Instructions on how to cite an internet source will be given in this presentation, and I'd like for you in your writer's notebook to create a page where you're going to be jotting down some of the information, if you haven't already done so, for your 3 arguments. But you should also write down an internet source citing page with notes on this presentation. It will be evaluated. On the back of the paper you received in school, there's a very quick and easy internet citation checklist. And if you follow this one step at a time, you'll make sure that you're getting good, reliable sources for your paper. The very first one is that you check the website and make sure that they are reliable and from a trustworthy source. This could be a little bit tricky. I talked about this a little bit when I was describing how you should be careful gathering information in the previous video. Wikipedia used to be unreliable because there was no way of verifying where the information came. Now it is reliable because they have developed a method to themselves cite where their information comes from. And that is the creation of these little numbers here. Whenever you see a number on a Wikipedia page, and this one is about organic food, you know that if you click on it, it's going to take you to another website, which is where they got this information. So when they say, in light of unknown risks of nanotechnology, they are citing a source right here, and if you click on it, it will take you to a place where it talks about what nanotechnology is, and obviously that there are some unknown risks there. Okay? So the more of these numbers you see on a Wikipedia page, the more reliable it is. And the other thing that's beautiful about these numbers is, as you're beginning to research your topic, you might find some other pages you want to look on. What's all these growth hormones things? I wonder what that is. You can click on that, and it'll take you to another wiki page which begins to describe it, or in some cases it will take you to a different internet resource that very well could help you get more information about your topic. What are reliable websites? Well, those are the ones from universities, from magazines, from TV stations, Wikipedia. If you know that it's a good website and it's not something that's going to be really biased towards one way or another, you can check that you've done that. All right? Now, how do you check the author and title of an article? Some of them it's really easy. If it's a reliable source, the name of the author is going to be right at the beginning of their article. This is an article about violent games being bad for kids. That is a persuasive argument. And if you don't agree, you might want to look at this one and see what she says and come up with some counter-arguments for it. This was posted just a couple days ago, and it was updated, in fact, just today as I'm recording this. So it's a very new article, but here's where I can write down that information for my check sheet. And it comes from an online site called TED. On the back of your internet citation checklist, there is 4 different areas for you to quote a source. In that article that we just looked at about violent video games, her name was Laura St. John. I would write down what her title was. She is an online internet writer. Don't know that one. Now for the web address, you have to put in the HTTP, all that wonderful stuff. I think it was called TED Online or something like that. You've got to write everything down. So maybe if you could do this digitally where you can copy and paste that. But you have to include that so that later on somebody who's looking at your essay, if they want to find out where you got it from, they can type in the information. Okay? Copyright date, that was already on there. If it's not written on the article, you can go down to the bottom usually and see the last time the page was updated. If not, then you can at least find the date that you found the article. That also needs to be included, even if you do have a copyright date. So, we have cited the author in the title of the website that I found, also the title of the article. I have written down painfully the web address of the website I used. And I found the copyright date because fortunately it was right at the beginning of her article. I found that article today, so I'll put that down there. And we'll be checking the proper format of your citations later. The paper only comes with enough room for 4 sources. If you find more than 4 sources, which you probably should, just go ahead and use this format on another piece of paper and list them all. Even if you're not sure if you're going to use them, list them because you don't want to have to go dig up the article later on, or sometimes it might be deleted and you won't have it anymore. You won't have the web address or what's going on. So write that all down for every website that you think you're going to use. And a final quick word about what you can or shouldn't cite. At the bottom of a lot of articles online, you're going to have blogs, postings, people say. They're going to respond to them. Facebook, they'll like it or not, and they'll put comments in. Do not use these comments unless it is from somebody famous and you can verify that it's somebody famous or somebody reliable. Most of the time, this is just your average Joe, and this guy's used the icon of another actor for his avatar. Here's someone who likes a little kitty. We don't know who these people are. Do not put any of this information there. This is just an opinion of a person that could be completely lying. They might just be trying to start a fight with somebody. Do not use any of those things on the bottom of any of those articles. And if I haven't said it yet, I don't think I have. Oh, I did. Back at the very beginning. Never mind.